Question: what if you take a DNA test like I did, say MyHeritage, and you get your results, and then a month later you take another test and you send it off? If you get that second test, is it going to be slightly different than the other test? Let's say you take 1,000 tests through any company. I don't care if it's MyHeritage or 23andMe or what, Ancestry. You take 1,000 different tests through the same company, and I mean physical tests. I don't mean like you uploaded the DNA. No. You got the swab, you put it in your mouth, you put it in the mail, you send it off. You did that 1,000 times. Would you have basically 1,000 different results? And in theory, for example, a lot of you know my story. I showed up basically a third Iberian, Spanish. My mom shows up less Spanish than me, but she shows up 15.2% Sephardic Jewish and 14% West Asian, which points specifically to Iran, Iraq, and Turkey. So none of that showed up on my test, but in theory, if I took a second test, even through the same company, MyHeritage, because that was a different test, a different patch of saliva DNA, that second test might, my Iran and my Sephardic Jewish DNA show up on that next test where, well, actually 0.8% Middle Eastern showed up on my test, but it didn't say West Asian like it said on my mom. So that's my question. I have a feeling the answer is yes. I have a feeling that if you took 1,000 different tests through the same company, that because my understanding is the tests only measure basically kind of like a preview of your overall DNA. They don't actually test every bit of your DNA, just one little sample of your entire collection. In the same way, similar to how you get half of your DNA from one parent, half the other, and you don't know which half, which siblings take DNA tests and they can have quite different results like my sister and I do, and it actually makes sense. But individually as people, are we the same way? Each test we take through each physical test we take through the same company, that can give us different results. And maybe through 1,000 different tests, we'd really get a full idea. Maybe it'd only take more like 10 tests. But either way, the more tests that you take through the same company, physical test, would help show us that big picture because we're only getting a sample of the full collection. Is that how it works? I'm ignorant, but I'm open-minded. Teach me the truth in the comments.